Hi friends, I am Krishna and we are studying the software development life cycle, and already the three phases has been completed. Okay, the initial phase or the requirement phase, analysis phase has been completed, design phase has been completed. Now, in this video, we are going for the coding phase. Okay, so these are all are completed. Analysis phase, design phase. Okay, in the design phase, see here, uh, the requirement phase, we got the output as business requirement specification, and that will be the input in the analysis phase. And in the analysis phase, we got the output as SRS, system requirement specification, and that will be input in the design phase. Even though design in the design phase, we'll get business requirement specification also as the input. Okay, and in the design phase, the output is technical design document or high level or design document and low level design document. Okay, so whatever it is, there may be different documents in the design phase as the output, and the combination of all means by combining all those documents, you can make it as one document, that is the technical design document. Or in some companies, they will make two documents: the high level design document and low level design document. Okay, here we are taking as a technical design document as a one document, and that will be the input to the coding phase. Okay, not only that, in coding phase, the developers will be getting the input as um the SRS and the BRS. Okay, they will also get these two documents along with the technical design documents. Okay, so let us see what are the things in coding phase. Coding phase, the task is programming, okay, or coding. Who will be doing that, or who is the role? Developer or the programmer. Okay, what are the input documents to perform the tasks? As CRS, customer requirement specification, or BRS, business requirement specification, session, then SRS, system requirement specification, and technical design document. Okay, all the output documents from the previous pages will be input to this coding phase. Okay, then what is the process? In the process means what is done in coding phase. Coding will be done. How they will do coding? By using the technical design documents, because in the technical design documents it is mentioned how the data tables will be mentioned, how the tables database tables should be there. Okay, which will be the foreign key, which will be the primary key. All things will be mentioned over there. And if at all any coding, what are the functions that are to be used, what are the interfaces that are to be used, and even for if it is a crucial functionality, the logic also written in the form of pseudo code. Okay, uh, see here, and the coding should be done by using the coding standards. Okay, for each company there will be a separate standard. Means suppose for every function it should be mentioned that what the function does. Okay, why the coding standards has to be followed? Because if I am a developer and I have developed, means I have done some coding and I left the company. If in my place some other developer has came, then he has to understand what code I have written. So every company follows these coding standards. Okay, so if you are writing any function, or if you are writing any class in Java in class, okay, if you're a developer you can understand. Okay, if you're writing a function is a common thing. If you're writing any function, we have to mention what is that function for. Okay, and for variable declaration, for function names, there will be separate naming convention will be there. Okay, so here this phase is meant for the implementation of the design. Means designing is a virtual thing. Okay, virtual means it will be there, designs will be there, but basing on those designs only, we have to code, means we have to implement those designs. Okay, in other words, programs are developed as per the design based on the functional specifications. Okay, uh, obviously developers or programmers take the responsibility of coding. Okay, in order to make the programming effective and effective. Okay, efficient, effective, and also to make sure that the programs have clear clarity to be mentioned and managed easily. This means that what I told you, that the programming standards has to be maintained, and for the maintenance purpose, every company will have some folder structure, project folder structure will be there. Okay, so for that folder structure is to be maintained. Okay, we should not write all the code in one thing, okay, in one folder. Okay, for each and every module separate packages should be there, and in the packages separate for we have to maintain separate folders or the classes. Okay, so this what it is, means it should be in a order, in a structure. Okay, so that's what it says. Okay, it should be easily managed. Okay, if we want to do any modification in the code, we have to easily go to that particular folder and we can do that modification. Okay, the process in terms of coding standards has been okay. The developer, these are already been trained, they have already been trained for that. Okay, and they have been already instructed. Okay, what the coding standards has to follow. Okay, that the quality assurance people will be taking care if at all coding standards are not being done. Okay, that's what is the assurance people, they will review the documents. Okay, we will be learning all those things in these next sessions. uh, Programmers develop the development, and the main thing here is the environment. Okay, they have to set up the environment first. Where we have in SRS it is mentioned which type of OS we have to use, what should be the configuration of the system. Okay, and what are the tools that are to be used, and what version we have to use. All those things will be written in the SRS. Okay, because it is in technical terms, system requirement specification. Okay, the system requirement specification, we already mentioned that these all things will be there. First, the developers has to set up the environment for development, then they have to develop it. Okay, coding is done by referring to the technical design document and a requirement document. In the requirement, what are the requirements will be there. In technical design document, how you have to do the coding will be there. Okay, having done the programming, developers create a create ultimately the program file, technically known as source code. Okay, they will write the code. Okay, uh, that is known as the source code. Okay, in some companies they will be documenting, means they will be copying that code, and they will take the printout, but it is not necessary. Okay, so but that code is known as the source code. Okay, and the document which contains the source code is known as source code document. Okay, most of the companies they will not do it because for external audit purpose they require the source code document, that is the hard copy, but there also they will not ask for it, but it should be mentioned. Okay, it should be there. Okay, then what are the responsibilities? Study of all the requirements and design level documents. Means here first what you will do, suppose you wanted to do as a developer, if you want to develop it, first what you will do, you what are the input documents you are getting? You are the uh, customer requirement specification or the business requirement specification. You are getting the SRS, you are getting the design documents. So first what you will do, first you will read the requirements first. What Where the requirements will be there in business requirement document or business requirement specification, and for the environment and all those things we will read the SRS and we will understand the SRS, and for actually coding purpose we will require the technical design document. So we'll study all those documents first. Okay, then doing coding as per the coding standards. Then as per the coding standards, we have to do the coding by referring to those documents. Okay, Preparation of the source code document, converting the source code into executable format. After writing the code, we have to convert it into executable format or .exe format. Okay, because we can't give code for testing. Okay, so we have to give the executable code or exe to the testing department. Even though if you give the code to the testing, it is of no use. So you have to give the executable file. Okay, exe file. What will be the output for source code document will be the output, and executable format of the code means exe file. .exe file will be executable file will be the uh, output. If it is a website, we will develop that website and we will give it in some testing URL will be there, and we will give them testing URL. Okay. So here the source code will not be carry forward. It means it will not be given to the other means next phase, but only the executable file will be given, or executable .exe file will be given. If it is a website will be um, what you called uh, deployed in some test server, and they will give it to the testing department. Okay, hope you understand the explanation. Okay, next we will be seeing the testing phase. Okay, thank you.